Welcome and thank you for your time. The purpose of this session is to help you prepare to take part in our business challenge. Our business challenge is a highly interactive simulation which involves you working in teams in competition with colleagues. Each team will take the role of a board of directors tasked with turning around an underperforming company. The programme is designed to build key commercial and finance skills and to give you an opportunity to experience firsthand the financial implications of the decisions you make and really identify the key ingredients for business success. During the event, we will simulate a real-world business. This business will be a yacht manufacturing company. Unfortunately, the company has been underperforming, and working with colleagues, you're about to become the newly appointed board of directors, tasked with turning the business around. To do this, you will need to develop a successful business strategy, decide which products to produce, identify target markets, and manage relationships with suppliers, customers, banks, and competitors. Your aim will be to create shareholder value. Shareholder value is something we will explore during the event, but for the purpose of this simulation, we will be looking at cash generation, your profit performance, and your ability to leave the company in a healthy position to take advantage of future opportunities, not crippled with debt or a victim of short-term decision-making. One of the key benefits of the simulation is that it will provide a strategic helicopter view of how the various elements of business fit together. This helicopter view will be achieved as your business will be physically represented by a board. Each team will have a board like the one shown here, which will be used to record the financial impact of the decisions you make. It's worth highlighting some of the key features. The circular image on the left-hand side represents the financial position of the company. It shows the assets and liabilities of the business at any point in time. On the right-hand side, we will record the financial performance of the business every quarter using the income statement. We will look at the income earned from selling yachts and the expenses incurred in order to determine the overall profitability. We will be using counters or chips to keep the accounting simple. The smaller globe in the centre of the board represents the different market regions. As a team, you'll need to decide where to bid for contracts and how many sales teams you need to employ. The company you're inheriting has historically been represented only in Europe. The option's there to try and diversify into other regions. Within your team, you will need to agree how to manage your supply chain, organise production and operations, develop sales and marketing strategies, and manage the company's finances, as well as keeping your auditors happy. A key decision to make will be which type of yacht you intend to produce and sell. You'll be given some market data which will explain the contracts you can bid for. Here is an example of the market data you will be given. Contracts range from the high end of the market elite model through to the slightly more affordable classic yachts. For each of the contracts available, the market data will give you a guide price. This is an indication of what the customer is expecting to pay. The guide terms information is designed to give you a feel for how quickly or slowly different customers may be prepared to pay for their purchases. You'll need to consider which contracts you're going to bid for, as you'll be bidding for contracts during a live auction process in direct competition with the other teams. Depending on the contracts you win, you will need to place orders for the appropriate type of material by placing empty pots in the orders section of the board. Each empty pot will represent an order for materials that will ultimately be used to manufacture a yacht. The simulation will run in cycles of a quarter. After a 1-quarter delay, the raw materials you've ordered will be received into the raw materials area of the board, which is effectively a warehouse. From there, they will be available to use in the production process that takes place in the factories at the top of the board. Each factory has 3 production lines, which can produce 1 yacht per quarter. The previous management board had been targeting the classic yacht market, and the equipment in each line is configured to produce that type of yacht. If you decide you want to produce another type of yacht on any or all of the lines, those lines need to go through a retooling process, which will mean the line is unavailable for one period while retooling work takes place. Once production is complete, finished boats will move around into the finished goods area of the board, where they can be held until you're ready to make delivery to your customer. Contracts will be for different numbers of yachts, and customers will expect you to deliver contracts in full, so if it's a large contract, bear in mind it's likely to take some time to fulfill. The bottom part of the board highlights some of the key financing issues you will need to consider. On the bottom right, the accounts receivable area will help you keep track of the amounts you are owed by your customers. As we have seen when bidding for work, one consideration will be how much credit to offer customers, as this will be one of the criteria they consider when awarding contracts. On the bottom left, the accounts payable area will be used to keep track of how much you owe suppliers for the materials you've bought and when they need to be paid. In a similar way, we will use the short-term and long-term debt areas to reflect the amount of money the company has borrowed from the banks. Depending on the decisions you make, you may well find yourself needing to negotiate with the banks for more money. As in real life, they will need to be convinced you're going to be able to repay them, and the loans will come at a cost. Don't panic, we've run through this very quickly, and we will take you through the simulation more thoroughly when we meet. But hopefully we've given you some insight into the decisions you will be making and the challenge you face. As part of the pre-course preparation, you should receive a pre-event briefing pack, which will explain the key rules of the simulation and also provide market data for the contracts you can bid for during the auction stages of the simulation. This should give you the chance to start thinking about what your strategy is going to be. We're really looking forward to meeting you during the programme and hope you're looking forward to taking part. If you have any questions in the meantime, please get in touch using the contact information shown here. Otherwise, good luck.